one's just a quick one, but I've been doing implementation since 2008. And one of the things that I love the most about Business Central from a user adoption standpoint is that I can give them a profile that makes sense for them, permissions that make sense for them, but I can also clean up their pages so that I can hide the noise. And this allows them to focus on the fields and functions and features that they actually need to learn and that they need to understand in order to make sure that they're just, like I said, more focused on what it is that they actually need to do to enhance their day to day. So what does this look like in Business Central? So here I am, and as I can see here, I could come in and click on personalize. And so here I can see that I'm a project manager. So if this role makes sense, great. I could change it. I could go ahead and personalize if I want. But as you guys know, this is only going to make the change for me. So unless I'm logging in as the actual user that I want to help boost the adoption for, or help to train, or help to get on board, this isn't really super helpful. So what I would want to do is, first of all, I'm going to go to user settings. And this is where you would be able to see the users that are set up inside of your company here and set up in Business Central. And then you can see what they are. So Bobin is a new employee that I've hired, and business manager evaluation doesn't really make a lot of sense. He's actually going to do production. So I want to go ahead and click on edit, and I am going to select a role for him that makes more sense. So automatically he's logging in and he's seeing things like bills of materials, routings, production orders, and those are things that will resonate with him. So I'll change the role and I will make him a manufacturing manager. So already this is helping. Teaching tips give the ability that as we're navigating throughout Business Central, we'll see a little blue pop-up that can help to just explain and deepen our knowledge. If this is good, I can go ahead and close that. So this will again just give him the Business Central out of the box manufacturing manager. And if I want to further slim that down, I'm going to go into profiles. So this has given me a list of those profiles that I was able to select from. I can search manufacturing manager. So here I can see one from the base application. I'm not able to start personalizing this, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this profile. The profile ID can be whatever I'd like. I tend to put the company name at the beginning and then maybe manufacturing manager, and this would allow me to be able to quickly and easily see which profiles I've modified. So here I could do, Acme Inc. and I'll maybe do, manufacturing manager. And maybe manufacturing manager doesn't really resonate with my users. That's not the terminology we use. So I'm just going to call this production manager instead. So this display name will be what they see when they log in. This has now created me a user created profile. And from here now, I can go ahead and start indicating that I would like to customize the pages. So this launches the profile in a personalization mode, but everything that I do is going to affect this profile. So anybody with this profile assigned will get the same look and feel. And this is important because permissions would guide when I click on list pages or card pages what they have access to, but the personalization helps with look and feel. So it can allow me to hide fields and functions that they don't need, and again, making it less noisy and giving them more of a focus on their day-to-day. So I could go in as an example to, I'll just do my firm planned orders. And just like I can anywhere else, maybe we don't use assigned user, so I'll go ahead and hide that. Maybe status doesn't really make sense because I'm on the firm plan list, so I will hide that. Maybe I would like the due date to be a little bit more to the left. I can expand and decrease. I can drill in, and I can continue to hide what it is I don't need. Again, I can move things around. Whenever I click on this little sideways pink triangle here, I can indicate if I wanted to show under show more or show immediately when I expand. I can exclude from quick entry, and lock editing would allow that I could give them a view of this, but it would be, even if their permissions are read, it would be just a view only view of that. So I can go ahead and make all the changes to all of the pages that I want. So I might start with the profile, then I might move to the item card pages, maybe then the work centers, maybe firm planned, released, whatever. All of the different pages, I'm going to start to go through and start cleaning it up. I can work with the end users or the group of users and say, do these column orders make sense? Do we want to move things around? Because if people are looking at something that resonates with them, it helps them to understand the training and what it is that they're supposed to do. And I have found that this has been incredibly helpful when it comes to training. So once I've gone ahead and I've done all of the personalization that I would like, I can go ahead and click done. It lets me know that that customization was successfully completed. I can close this out. And then now if I were to go in and I'll just change my role center now. So I'll do production, where is it? Production manager. So I didn't change a whole lot here, but if I go to my firm planned list, I will see the changes that were made. So now I can see the due dates over here, that assigned user is gone. So those are, like I said, really easy ways. Under the profile itself, I can also take this a step further. Oops, sorry. So if I go to production manager, this show and role explorer indicates whether or not when a user is going to pick the profile, if this would show up for them. You've got the ability to set this as the default profile. So if a new user gets created by default, this would be the role center that they have. You can only pick one default, but that's an option. And then disable personalization. So I've seen some people who have certain permission sets that they have to give, and maybe there's a page that they need to give access to be able to read or be able to edit, but there's certain sensitive fields that they don't want them to see. So some people will go into the profile, hide those fields for that specific user, and then they'll disable their ability to be able to personalize and add that back. And they treat the profile and the personalization just like a permission where somebody would have to come and ask for that. That might be a little bit overkill for you and what you choose to do, but again, there's a lot more in Business Central when you start playing with the features and functions to be able to meet whatever need, and it can meet you wherever you are. If there were any mistakes made and you wanted to be able to clear customized pages, you could go ahead and do that. There is a personalized pages list. So if you are on the profile itself and you delete the personalized pages, it will be absolutely everything. But under personalized pages, this would give you the ability for a specific user to be able to change, delete personalization on just a specific page, as an example. So as always, my goal is to help. Here's my contact information if you'd like to reach out. But this one, no matter whatever your industry is, not focused on a specific module, specific industry, it's something that just helps boost user adoption and helps with that human element and having users, feel a little bit more comfortable as they go through this exciting change. Thanks so much.